I'm Dr. Low Chai Ling, and today I really want to talk about how we need to rethink the way we approach menopause with a focus on diet and exercise. So one of the myths many people talk about is this calorie-in, calorie-out model, or rather, a calorie is a calorie. More scientifically speaking, they assume that the metabolic balance of a calorie is equivalent despite its source, which means 100 calories of broccoli equals to 100 calories of steak. Or is it? Well, from an energy standpoint, they may be equivalent, but from a metabolic and nutritional standpoint, they are vastly different. So if you think that obesity is a result of calorie imbalance, you'll be missing the forest for the trees. It doesn't explain why men gain weight above the waist, for example, in the form of a beer belly, and women gain weight below the waist, especially in our hips, buttocks, and thighs. And it certainly doesn't explain why boys will lose fat when they go through puberty, but girls will gain fat. And finally, it doesn't explain why women will gain fat when they approach menopause, even if their diet and exercise remains the same. So today I want to highlight this study done in the early years of World War II by the famous scientist Ancel Keys, who wanted to study the effects of starvation on weight loss. So 36 conscientious objectors served as guinea pigs for this study, and they were put on 24 weeks of semi-starvation. That's 1,600 calories a day. And this constituted quite a healthy diet of whole wheat bread, cereal, lots of turnips, cabbage, and token amounts of dairy and meat. And this was then followed by 12 to 20 weeks of rehabilitation. So in the first 12 weeks, the men lost about a pound of body fat per week. But then this slowed down to a quarter pound per week for the next 12 weeks. But this wasn't their only effect. They not only felt cold all the time because their metabolic rate also dropped, they were losing their hair, they lost their libido, they threw temper tantrums and thought obsessively about food day and night. What the researchers call post-starvation neurosis. 4 of these men actually had character neurosis, with 2 resulting in a breakdown. One of these men had weeping, talk of suicide, threats of violence, and was finally committed to a psychiatric ward. The other personality deterioration culminated at 2 attempts at self-mutilation. The first time, he tried to chop off the tip of one finger, and when that didn't get him released from the study, he accidentally chopped off 3. So at the end of this 24 weeks, the man lost in total only about 15 pounds in 6 months, which was less than what was expected. And when they started refeeding, they consume a prodigious amount of food, about 10,000 calories per day. And at the end of the 20 weeks, they were all 50% fatter than before they started. They found that even when the man lost weight and was trying to maintain the weight, they were still consuming much less than what their body desired. And they were beset by what Keys and the colleagues called this constant hunger, the clamor of hunger. So this meticulous study constitutes one of the most comprehensive look at how starvation and long-term calorie restriction will affect our body and mind. As we restrict our calories, our energy expenditure goes down, and this could explain why it is not only unsustainable, it rapidly leads to a rebound weight gain. And so this concludes what I would call the fact that a calorie-in, calorie-out model is not sustainable, and that we should look at other ways for helping us maintain long-term weight loss, especially for women in menopause.